Yes, folks. Jacinda Ardern's attack on social media has turned out to be a complete nothing burger. But what gets me is this. She is supposed to be New Zealand's Prime Minister. That's what she's paid to do. But she's gallivanting around the world being a United Nations globalist. Have a look at this.
Facebook says the changes it's made to its live streaming service would have stopped the Christchurch gunman sharing his video. The social media giant today joined 17 countries and other tech companies to sign the Prime Minister's pledge to tackle extremism online. Anna Bracewell-Worrell has more.
A karanga for the Christchurch call.
A karanga in France. What the hell is a karanga doing in France? I thought it was a New Zealand thing, not a French thing.
Political and tech leaders confronting the terror in Christchurch that social media helped spread.
The terror attack of March 15 in Christchurch was truly unprecedented in its use of social media as a weapon in the attack.
The goal, making sure it never happens again. A big ask, but changes that Facebook's announced would have actually made a difference. Users who breached Facebook rules would be temporarily blocked from live streaming.
So if somebody breaks the rules, they are temporarily blocked. But that's not going to stop anything. A determined person will simply create a new account.
The gunman had violated its terms.
They're very aware that this is a case before the courts. They rightly want to ensure that nothing is done to jeopardise that case.
Twitter's Jack Dorsey is the only social media CEO to attend the Christchurch.
So he's the only social media CEO there. That tells you everything.
Cool. Really nice to meet you.
All the companies here, including Twitter, Facebook, Google and YouTube, signed up to the pledge. So did the leaders of 17 countries, including the French President, British Prime Minister, Canada's PM and the King of Jordan.
But not Donald Trump from America, and that's what counts.
Pledge is just 3 pages long. Governments have committed to enforcing laws that stop the production and spread of terrorist content.
Governments stop production and spread of terrorist content. That is already happening now. The New Zealand government is doing that already.
And companies will take open, clear measures to stop videos like the gunman's being uploaded and take immediate action on live streaming extremist content, review algorithms that could be driving users to terrorist content, and together develop a shared crisis response protocol.
So what do we have here? Stop extremist videos being uploaded. That's already happening now. So that means nothing. Immediate action on live streaming. Okay, as I said before, a determined person will simply create a new account. So that's worth nothing. Review algorithms that drive users to terrorist content. Well, if terrorist content doesn't exist now, that means nothing. Crisis response protocol. What the hell does that mean? Folks, all of this is a complete nothing burger. This is just social media companies paying lip service to Jacinda Ardern. Now folks, while Jacinda's nonsense was a complete nothing burger, this isn't. In the UK right now, they're changing the definition of Islamophobia. They're changing it into racism. And the Labour government there has formally adopted it. So it's definitely on its way here. Okay, Labour formally adopts definition of Islamophobia. All-party parliamentary group definition says Islamophobia is rooted in racism. The Labour Party has formally adopted a definition of Islamophobia, arguing that it is vital to tackling the rise of far-right racism. A party spokesman said its National Executive Committee had adopted a working definition produced by the All-Party Parliamentary Group on British Muslims to help tackle Islamophobia, build a common understanding of its causes and consequences, and express solidarity with Muslim communities. express solidarity with Muslim communities. Doesn't that sound awfully like Jacinda Ardern to you? The definition reads, Islamophobia is rooted in racism and is a type of racism that targets expressions of Muslimness or perceived Muslimness. So they're now telling us that Islamophobia is racism. But the fact is, Islam is not a race. But what this means, folks, is anybody who targets or criticizes Islam in every way can now officially be deemed a racist. That is very ominous indeed, folks. But if Islam can be a race, then so can Christianity. That means that the Australian Rugby Union and Qantas are targeting Israel Folau based on race. So they are racist, if the same holds true for Christianity as holds for Islam, if the same rules apply.